Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you how to make pâte de fruits, which is literally translated from French fruit paste. This delicious fruit candy is going to be slightly different in taste than your gummy bears or gumdrops because only fresh fruit or berry paste is used to make those, and they're slightly different in texture too. They're less gummier, I would say. To make pâte de fruits, we're going to need pectin, and I'm going to show you the chart of the natural pectin containing in a lot of fruit and berries. And as you can see, the black currants that I'm going to use for my candy has the most amount of pectin. This chart will help you to regulate the amount of pectin that you're using, so you will use less or more depending on the natural pectin that containing in the fruit and berries. Black currant is a berry that's very close to my heart. I actually grew up with it, so I got mine in a frozen form, and I'm just gonna throw it out. I got 2 packages of 300 grams each. I'm hoping to get maybe 300 grams of pure fruit puree out of it. As I told you before, to make pâte de fruits, we're going to need some pectin, and I'm going to use this apple pectin, which is also known as a yellow pectin. This one never fails me. We're going to need 1 teaspoon of yellow pectin. And of course, you're going to need some sugar. We're going to figure out how much sugar we need depending on how much of that fruit puree we're going to get. We're also going to need 1 teaspoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice. You're also gonna need some candy thermometer, and I have this digital one and the traditional one, but I will take you guys step by step of how to make pâte de fruits without a candy thermometer. It's actually not that difficult. You're also gonna need some silicone molds if you want your pâte de fruits look uniform, but if you don't have any or don't want to buy any, you can always line a baking dish with a Saran wrap, pour your mixture in, and when it sets, you can cut it into little squares. You're also gonna need a hand blender to blend out your fruit or berry purees, and you're gonna need a sieve. Pour your berries into a mixing bowl, and it doesn't matter what kind of berry you use. It could be fresh one, could be frozen one. And then we're gonna start using the hand blender because when berries are blended, it's just much easier to put them through the sieve. It is a very time-consuming process, so I suggest you put a little bit in, then push it through the sieve, then dump the solids out, and then start over until you get the purest fruit puree. If you don't want to do this time-consuming process, you can just buy ready fruit purees. I think they're sold in the frozen form, and then just throw it out and use it in your recipe. Now, this is very important step, and for that you're going to need some kitchen scales. We're going to weigh out our fruit puree because based on how much our fruit puree weighs, we're going to know how much sugar to add. So my fruit puree weighs 282 grams. So the amount of sugar you're going to add is going to equal to 2/3 of the total weight of your fruit or berry puree. And then you can play with your sugar a little bit. You can add more or less depending on how sour or sweet your berries are. Since black currants contain the most amount of the natural pectin, I'm only going to use 1 teaspoon of apple pectin. I'm going to mix it with a teaspoon of sugar. This will help pectin dissolve faster in your fruit puree. Using medium heat, we're going to start heating up our fruit puree. We're going to add our pectin mixed with sugar. We're going to mix it in, and we're going to wait for this fruit puree to start boiling. You're going to have to constantly stir this fruit puree to prevent burning. As soon as the boiling process have started, add all your sugar. Stir it in, and this will bring the temperature down, so we're gonna have to wait for this fruit puree to come to a boil again. When you start seeing first bubbles, you're going to insert your candy thermometer. But because of the constant stirring of this fruit puree, that one might get on the way. So I prefer not to use one. I actually prefer to use the digital one. And the temperature we need to reach is 200 degrees Fahrenheit. It will take some time, guys. So this whole process is going to take about 15 to 20 minutes until it reaches desired temperature. But I'm also going to show you some tricks to tell when your fruit puree is ready without using any thermometer. We're going to be looking at the texture, and we're going to be looking at the bubbles, because now they kind of like dancing and very fast bubbles, and you're going to continue to stir this fruit puree until it kind of darkens in color a little bit, and you're gonna see it's gonna thicken up a lot and also be reduced a little bit. And then as you can see, it starts getting a little bit thicker, and the color of the fruit puree, it's getting darker. And then when your bubbles are not gonna be like rolling bubbles, they're gonna be very slow bubbles, almost like lava. And you will see in a second what I mean. So the temperature of my fruit puree has reached 200 degrees Fahrenheit. But I also want to show you what it's supposed to look like when it's ready. You see these bubbles? They have to look like lava. And when you lift the mixture up, it should hang off your spatula. That means that your fruit puree is completely ready. We're going to take it off the heat, and we're going to pour 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. This will prevent your candy from crystallizing. We're going to mix it in, and our fruit puree is ready to be molded, guys. So we're going to start making our pâte de fruits. I'm going to use this half moon silicone mold, and of course it's better if you use some kind of dispenser to pour your mixture in, because at first it's going to be very liquidy, and you guys have to work fast because this candy sets at 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So as soon as it starts cooling down, it will be almost impossible to pour it into your silicone mold. So just hurry up. It takes about a couple hours for pâte de fruits to set. Depending on the size, of course, you could just leave them like that, unmold them, and enjoy them. But I think they look much better if they're rolled in sugar. And then you guys can serve them as an after-dinner little dessert if you're not up for a big cake or a big heavy dessert and you had like a big meal. This would be a really cute dessert to serve to your guests so they can enjoy this fruit candy. It's very popular in France, and in Russia we call this candy marmelade. And I hope you guys like this video. I certainly loved making it for you. I know it's a little bit technical, but I wanted to get into a lot of details of that candy making for you. And when you cut into one, you see how beautiful this is, and it's extremely delicious. It's healthy. It's not too heavy. I mean, except all the sugar that we used. But I still hope you guys gonna enjoy this little dessert. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I will see you soon. Bye.